Welcome to our channel. Before we get started, please consider liking and subscribing so we can bring more stories like this to you.
Bangkok thrummed with energy under the vibrant glow of neon lights, but beneath this facade of life, danger lurked in the shadows. The air was thick with anticipation as Jason Statham navigated the labyrinth of rooftops, each step fueled by a single purpose: to save a dancer's life. Time was not on his side. A ruthless triad had unleashed a toxic threat. The dancer's veins coursed with poison, and her fate was sealed as the clock ticked toward midnight and the city of chaos. Statham's instincts were razor-sharp. He recalled the frantic call he received just hours earlier. A panicked plea for help that had shattered the calm of his evening. A beautiful dancer, beloved by many, had only moments left to live. The antidote she desperately needed rested in her captor's satchel. A cruel twist of fate that elevated the stakes beyond imagination. As he leapt between buildings, the roar of motorcycles echoed beneath him. A gang led by the very triad responsible for the crisis. Each bike represented a challenge, a force determined to stop him from reaching her in time. Statham's heart raced as he prepared himself to confront not only the ticking clock, but also an army of relentless bikers. With every acrobatic maneuver across corrugated tin, he steeled himself for what lay ahead. An unforgettable battle where lives hung in the balance. The triad's plot was as sinister as it was clever, orchestrated with a precision that sent shivers through the underbelly of Bangkok. The toxin they had deployed was a fast-acting, synthetic compound designed to cause excruciating pain before death claimed its victim. An agonizing fate that awaited the dancer if Statham didn't reach her in time as every second passed. The chemical coursed through her veins, obliterating her chances of survival and making every heartbeat feel like a countdown toward oblivion. The mastermind behind this ghastly scheme was a ruthless triad leader known only as the Ghost. With connections spanning the globe and a penchant for brutality, he had made a name for himself in the criminal underworld. The antidote, tucked securely in his satchel, was a cruel joke. A symbol of power over life and death. Only he held the key to reversing the dancer's fate, and getting it would be no easy task. As the clock ticked inexorably closer to midnight, Statham felt the weight of urgency pressing down on him. The dance of death and destruction played out across the rooftops as he leapt, across gaps with unmatched agility, fully aware that failure would mean not just losing a life, but allowing an evil plot to continue unfettered. Each motorcycle that veered into his path served as a reminder of the dire stakes involved. Success was the only option in this race against time as the clock relentlessly counted down to midnight. Time was slipping away for the dancer named Mia, a radiant star in Bangkok's vibrant nightlife. Known for her captivating performances and infectious spirit, she had captivated audiences across the city. But beneath that glamorous exterior lay a story of struggle and resilience. Orphaned at a young age and forced to fend for herself, Mia had fought to rise above her circumstances, ultimately finding solace and purpose in dance. A gift that had allowed her to escape from the shadows of her past. However, all of that hung by a thread now. The toxins coursing through her veins were rapidly deteriorating her condition. Each passing moment brought increasing pain and despair. She was trapped in a world where beauty met brutality, caught in the perilous webs woven by men like the Ghost, who exploited talents like hers without remorse. Statham's connection to Mia ran deeper than mere admiration. They had shared countless evenings filled with laughter and stories under the neon glow of their city. He couldn't bear the thought of losing her to this cruel fate, knowing she deserved more than this twisted game played by heartless criminals. With every leap across rooftops, his resolve strengthened. He would spare nothing to reach her in time and reclaim not only her life but also the hope that shone within her spirit. The cityscape of Bangkok transformed into a chaotic battleground as Jason Statham sprinted across the rooftops, the sound of revving engines echoing ominously below. 50 motorcycles, each a menacing harbinger of destruction, pursued him with reckless abandon. The riders, fiercely loyal to the Ghost, wove like a pack of wolves, determined to prevent Statham from reaching the antidote and saving Mia. With adrenaline coursing through his veins, Statham's parkour skills were on full display. He launched himself off the edge of one building, landing deftly on a narrow ledge before vaulting over an expanse of corrugated tin. The gritty surface a testament to the city's relentless energy. With every leap, he calculated his moves instinctively, dodging obstacles while staying a step ahead of his relentless pursuers as he vaulted over staircases and slid under low-hanging awnings. The roar of motorcycle engines grew louder. Each rev felt like a countdown echoing in his mind. Statham's heart raced in rhythm with his rapid footfalls. Failure was not an option. He spun around to face an incoming rider, delivering a powerful kick that sent the motorcycle veering off course and crashing against a nearby wall. The chase reached fever pitch as Statham navigated this urban jungle, his every movement a blend of grace and power, determined to weave through danger and close the distance between himself and Mia before it was too late. Time was running out, and so was his chance to save her. The climactic moment arrived as Jason Statham finally confronted the ghost on a rooftop overlooking the sprawling city below. The air crackled with tension, every second feeling like an eternity as they faced off, each man aware that the fate of Mia hung in the balance. The triad leader, a shadowy figure cloaked in intimidation, clutched the satchel containing the antidote, his smug smile betraying a sense of victory that Statham was determined to shatter. "You think you can take this from me?" The ghost sneered, brandishing the satchel like a trophy. His confidence was palpable, but Statham's resolve was unyielding, ignited by the urgency of their situation. With time slipping away, he lunged forward, engaging in a brutal exchange of blows that echoed against the urban backdrop. Each punch and kick had a purpose. Statham was not just fighting for himself but for Mia's very survival. As they battled, Statham felt the weight of his mission pressing down on him. He had to get that antidote in a moment of sheer instinct. He executed a breathtaking maneuver, leaping off a ledge to tackle the ghost mid-air, their bodies colliding with an intensity that sent shockwaves through the rooftop that heartbeat. The outcome would determine whether hope or despair would prevail as he fought to seize the antidote and save Mia from her grim fate. With tension crackling in the air, Jason Statham launched himself off the ledge of the rooftop, a blur of purpose and intensity. The moment hung heavy with the weight of desperation as he aimed for the ghost, whose smirk vanished in an instant, replaced by shock as Statham closed the distance between them. In an audacious display of resourcefulness, Statham tackled his opponent mid-jump, their bodies colliding with a force that sent them both sprawling across the rooftop. The satchel containing the antidote slipped from the ghost's grip, tumbling to the gritty surface below. Chaos erupted as it hit the ground, echoing the urgency that consumed Statham. Every second mattered for Mia. Ignoring the pain from the impact, he swiftly rolled to regain his footing, pivoting to snatch up the satchel before the ghost could recover. Struggling against this formidable adversary and the relentless pressure of time, Statham fought through a haze of adrenaline. He felt the urgency coursing through him as he searched for the antidote within those chaotic moments, the very cure that could save Mia's life. With renewed determination, he extracted the precious vial from its confines. It was now or never. He had to get this into her arm. The rooftop became a battleground of grit and valor as he clutched the antidote tightly, mentally focusing on what lay ahead. A race against time to save her before midnight struck. With the antidote finally in his grasp, Jason Statham raced across the rooftop, urgency driving his every move. He could see Mia lying unconscious in the shadows, her life teetering on the brink as the toxic poison ravaged her body. But before he could reach her, the roar of motorcycles echoed ominously, reminding him that danger was far from over. The relentless triad attackers closed in, their gleeful shouts mingling with the growl of their engines as they circled like vultures. Statham dodged one motorcycle, narrowly avoiding being struck, and leaped onto a nearby ledge for a momentary reprieve. His heart pounded as he caught a glimpse of Mia's pallid face. He had to focus, summoning every ounce of strength and determination. He vaulted off the ledge and landed near her. But just as he knelt beside her to administer the antidote, an attacker lunged at him from behind, swinging a heavy fist. Statham barely had time to react, twisting away just in time to deflect the blow. In that instant, he felt the weight of the world on his shoulders. This was not just a fight for survival. It was a race against time to save a woman who embodied hope and beauty in his turbulent life. With fierce determination igniting his spirit, Statham pushed through the chaos, ready to face whatever came next in this final encounter. Knowing Mia's fate hung in the balance, he couldn't afford to hesitate. Her life depended on him now more than ever. With a surge of adrenaline, Jason Statham finally managed to position Mia's limp body against the gritty rooftop surface. He uncapped the vial of antidote, his hands steady despite the chaos that swirled around him. With a swift motion, he injected the life-saving serum into her arm, the urgency of the moment electrifying. For a heartbeat, everything felt frozen. Statham held his breath, waiting for a sign that hope had not abandoned them as the antidote coursed through her veins. Mia's eyelids fluttered before her eyes slowly opened, revealing confusion and fear. Relief washed over Statham as he caught her gaze. Their connection ignited a spark in that moment, reminding him why he had fought so fiercely. "You're going to be okay," he whispered, his voice heavy with emotion. Meanwhile, the sounds of motorcycles grew fainter as the triad's forces retreated from the rooftops. Victory had come at a hard price, yet in this fragile moment, it felt worth it. Statham knew their battle wasn't simply against villains but also against time and despair as dawn broke over Bangkok. Casting warm light over the cityscape, Statham helped Mia sit up. They shared an unspoken understanding. This harrowing journey had changed them both. With the threat behind them, they could now focus on healing and rebuilding their lives together in that quiet sanctuary amidst chaos. Statham vowed to protect her from any future darkness that loomed on the horizon.